Right. Right. Yeah. Yeah. Highly likely.
I got 3 in there, but
Yeah. Yeah. Because we were rewired to like plant here when they replaced it. But the motor, I've got pictures of it, the motor is sitting out on all space.
So, well, Mr. Fry, as good as we got the business, let's go ahead and call the order. Sure, sorry. All right, so let's begin the roll call, please.
Mr. Kelly.
Here.
Mr. Freeman.
Here.
Mr. Campbell.
Okay, let's do the pledge of allegiance. Carl, guess what? You get to lead us.
oh wow.
This is the first for you, isn't it? Or is it the second?
No, I think first time now.
Ooh, this is big. Don't screw it up.
Nice.
My allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Excellent work, Carl. Thank you. Okay, I don't think there's anything else on our agenda except for you. So why don't we go ahead and just wrote the TV audience that we have. You guys introduce the TV.
Sure. My name is Aaron Chambers with Grand Center Carroll.
Monica Summer.
Jonathan Chesson.
Thank you. Yeah, with that, take it away, folks.
All right, well, back in March, we had a public meeting similar to this at the school there in Lucas Corner. And following that meeting, we took the public comments and came back to the committee. And we met as a group and decided what we needed to do is to take those comments and make adjustments based on that. So we've come up with 4 scenarios for basically potential projects for Pierce Township for both admin, police, and fire. What the committee had asked was that we look at a renovated, expanded Locust Corner facility. We looked at what happens if we moved admin and fire to Maple Oak, and then had a satellite fire and police department at the old Locust Corner facility. Then we were to look at a public safety facility at Maple Oak with admin and a satellite fire in Locust Corner. And then the last one scenario was to have a completely combined facility out on Maple Oak. Which would be admin, police, and fire all together on that site. And then we would take a look at what would happen with Locust Corner building as far as we know a satellite fire station would need to be there, but what other opportunities might there be for that facility? So we're just going to kind of go through these, and I'll start with scenario 1. Scenario 1 is the renovated and expanded existing building at Locust Corner for all admin, fire, and police would be located there. You can see in the site plan, what we've done is essentially the existing Locust Corner building. We reprogrammed that and expanded the building to accommodate additional space for the fire department, additional space for the police department in the back of the building, and then the admin would maintain its front location and expand some of those existing spaces and utilize those for additional admin space. You can see the black dash kind of line that goes around the property would be the new proposed security fence that would maintain all of the service department, police, and fire vehicles, staff parking behind that secure perimeter. And then we would have the public parking there down on the lower left-hand corner. We actually expanded that a little bit. And then the parking area that is adjacent to the ball field, we repaved that, restriped that to allow for additional parking for the public. If you have a large public meeting, some overflow parking, or could be utilized for the parks during ball games and such. So the renovated, expanded, we put, we'll just go over the cost of this one. we're looking at a total project cost of 11.3 million. That includes the construction costs, soft costs, which would be things like your furniture, your fixtures, your equipment, fees, those type of things, and then the contingency, because we're at a very early conceptual stage, we put a contingency number in there for any additional design changes during the design process to account for those things. As well as the existing building, we're gonna run into things as you're renovating and expanding an existing building, as you can imagine. So that allows for some ability to cover some of those costs. Some of the other costs you see there, just things to keep in mind. Escalation contingency, we're running at about 6% annual construction inflation. So just maintaining and understanding as this process, if it continues out over multiple years, could, obviously costs would increase. We did have an alternate there. You can see on the diagram, the storage building for the service department. So we have an alternate cost there of 1.75 for that. And then thinking about what happens when we're renovating this building, how do we maintain services? Potentially, you may look for a place to relocate people during that process, and we're anticipating that being roughly $710,000 dollar cost for that. Obviously, that depends on where you can move to and what those structures look like for rent and those type of things. So that is scenario one. Is there any questions on that? Okay, let's jump to scenario two. Scenario two is the combined administration and fire building at Maple Oak.